See if he can get that one to come back to the left a little. And hitting yet another green here in regulation.
Well, the practice is paying off here, Luke. This player is relentless.
Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it. Tracking. And that putt will drop. And he'll extend his lead. Our current leader is up by a whopping 7 shots now. Let's see what happens here at the 12th. Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. Yep, that shot safely on the green. And now heading over to Harold Varner III.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Oh, so close. And this putt is for a big 2 on the scorecard. That was a gallant attempt. That's disappointing. An opportunity to make their par.
You've finished your work on that hole. Let's take a look at the next one.
Leading by a whopping 7 shots after that one. It's time to take a look at this 13th hole. This looks to be a fairway seeker to me. And what's in front of them there, Henny?
I'd say he's about 165 from this flag.
Choosing the 9-iron here. This one's heading left, I think. That was never really a comfortable shot for them, was it?
And what a rare miss today. They've been so good with their approach shots.
Oh, what a super shot.
Oh, gotta love it. Chipping in for birdie. Nothing better.
Oh, what a shot that was. Why don't we revisit the magic?
Oh yeah, look at those hands. What a chip shot.
And looking at the standings now, and they're currently in first place, ahead of Tiger Woods, who's second.
We find ourselves on the tee, one of the stronger par 4s on the back 9 here at Jacobson Homestead. The 14th playing 483, Rich, from the tips.
Yeah, generous landing area, thankfully out to the right-hand side. Obviously a bunker down the left, and if you miss it even further left, there's water lurking. But the second shot, this is where it gets slippery. This is where it gets dangerous, especially to a back right hole location. All of a sudden, the water down the right-hand side comes into full view, bailing out to the left in the bunker. Not so hot either. Tell you what, it takes a brave player to fire at this flagstick.
Rich, considering everything that's been said about the great Tiger Woods throughout his entire career, it almost seems superfluous to add anything more to it. But what that man has meant to the game, and again, to people like yourself who have gone on to win major championships as well.
Yeah, I would think what Tiger has brought to the game is just he changed the perception of the game as it being kind of an old man sport, and all of a sudden he's out there winning and fist pumping and getting the crowds fired up and everybody into the game. It just kind of changed the entire complexion of it. No longer do you have these old guys that are dressed poorly with big beer bellies, and all of a sudden, you got guys that are young and wearing these tight-fitting clothes, going into the gym and treating it more like a business instead of just a sport. He really changed the entire dynamic of the game, the landscape of what it takes to become a great player. And everybody else was just kind of sitting there in awe going, well, how does he do this? Well, it's almost like he had a plan, a master plan to go out there and listen, I'm going to dominate by being physically better, mentally better, and I'm just going to steamroll these guys. And when he first started doing that, everybody's kind of looking back on, okay, he's taking this seriously. Maybe I need to start taking it seriously too, right? So it's just one of those things that came along that nobody knew what to really expect of him. But he told us right away, listen, I expect to win every single week out there, and sure enough, that's what he did.
Not a bad shot, that. Still a chance. Trying to move to 13 deep here with this putt.
Putting for eagle. That always sounds good.
That's frustrating. What an opportunity to make a birdie. Oh, you're going to be hard to catch now if you keep making putts like that.
What a great feeling being that far ahead with just 4 to play.
I'm pretty sure this player will be buoyed by that birdie back at the last. Let's see if they can deliver another one.
Well, that's right out of the top draw. A great shot from our leader.
And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
Birdied their last hole.
A tidy looking shot, that one.
A look to get to 13 under par.
Come on, ball. Come on.
Wonderful putt. And that puts some real pressure on their rival now.
And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on? Let's find out.
Nothing like a bit of momentum here, Rich. This one's going for another birdie.
Yes, the only thing that could ruin it now is a triple bogey.
Going with the 5-iron here.
What an amazing approach shot. I think their rival, Harold Varner III, has a worthy competitor this week.
Putting for birdie.
Yeah, that one pulled straight off the blade. Just a tiny putt is all that remains.
Still in the lead now after that hole. Rich, we find ourselves at the finishing hole here at Jacobson Homestead, and it seems strange to be playing it just at 400 yards.
I tell you what, though, I like this finishing hole because it gives you options. You don't have to necessarily hit driver here. If you do, you got to take it over some pretty tall trees, and you can't miss it to the left-hand side. The safe play, lay it out to the right, but now your second shot becomes just a little bit longer, a little bit more difficult to get it that close to the hole. I love the options you have on this finishing hole. A great opportunity for one final birdie.
Well, that's not ideal. Finding the trees. That's not what he had hoped for, I'm pretty sure of that. Henny, how's that ball lying?
Oh, they got so unlucky here, just off the fairway, but not sitting nicely.
Opting for the hybrid, I think.
Nice out the rough here.
Well, that was fantastic. What a shot from the leader.
It has been fantastic to watch all week long. This player is dialed in.
All right, let's keep the focus here. This is to win the event. Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread. Okay, so luckily they've got another chance to get the win here. Ladies and gentlemen, they've just won their first ever PGA Tour event. Rich, what do you think's going through their mind right now?
Nothing. They're confused about everything right now. I tell you, you win and you can't believe it just happened. You really just have no idea. You're shocked. It's a great feeling.
Well, Rich, you know just how excited this player is.
Players never forget their first ever PGA Tour win, nor will this player. Great job.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. I'm Luke Elvey, and on behalf of Rich Beam, plus all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's good night for now. UK Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Shriners Hospitals for Children Open is about to start. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth.
And it's hello to Henny Koyak down on the course, following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm very happy to be covering this week's featured group. What a pairing. These two, they've been going back and forth at each other. There is quite the budding rivalry here.
No kidding, Henny. This player, he seems to have picked out Bubba Watson as the man to beat. That's ambitious.
Luke, you know when you think that you've got a player on the ropes, maybe they're in the middle of the trees, in the middle of a bunker, and you think they've got no shot. And then they do, in fact, put it to 2 feet. And then you're really frustrated. That's Bubba every single time. He's that player.
No, you can't out-Bubba Bubba, can you? There's nothing elementary about this, Watson, is there? Can't wait to see how this rivalry plays out, though.
The second at TPC Summerland is a par 4 measuring 469 yards from the back tee. It plays slightly downhill, so a strong drive here will set up even just a short iron approach. However, there's a huge waste area to the right, so accuracy off the tee is required. The smart option here is to lay back with the 3 metal and give yourself a full shot in, and also take 1 club less into this green as it will release down the slope. Well, you'd have to think this person's got a head full of confidence, Rich, coming off a last start win.
The game is coming easy to this player right now, so no reason not to believe they can't do it again this week.
Well, they'd love a little bounce to the right here. Yeah, well played.
Made birdie on the last, looking for a second in a row here.
Get in. Just didn't drop.
Putting for a par here.
Currently 1 under for the tournament. The third hole at TPC Summerland is a very strong par 4 measuring 492 yards. There's a huge ravine that works right up through the middle of this. It requires a very strong drive up the right half to go at this green in 2. There is a big fairway to the left if you want to tuck over and get up and down for your par that way. Wonderfully played.
And he's down there.
Setting up here from about 165 yards.
Oh, stop it. What a shot. 6 feet remaining to the cup.
Looking good so far.
That's inside the range.
And now to Bubba Watson.
He's 2 strokes behind his rival this week.
Getting ready to play their third. Oh, almost went in.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard.
The fourth at TPC Summerland is a pretty straightaway par 4 measuring 450 yards from the back tees. The fairway bunkers down the left and right are to be avoided. Really, not much to this hole, just be accurate on approach.
All this rough looks to be lush and thick, doesn't it?
Looks to be going with the 5-iron.
Yep, solid connection. This is looking good.
And here we are with the third shot.
He shares top spot.
Oh, yes, what a shot. And that will take him to 3 under. That shot's so good, we need to have another look.
Yeah, they were looking at an up and down, but just down.
Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do it?
And after that hole, he's now alone at the top of the leaderboard. The fifth at TPC Summerlin is a par 3 measuring 197 yards. Depending on where they put the tees on this hole, ensures the type of club you need to get at it. If you're going at it, make sure you avoid that bunker that's short and right. Going with the 7. That should find the sand.
Unable to find the green on this one.
All right, facing a little up and down here to save the par. That's a bit unlucky. Sitting at 3 under par. Currently in top spot. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Has to putt this one downhill.
It's on a great line. Oh, just missed. It's just about 3 feet away.
Well, a disappointing double bogey for our leader there, but that's provided some wonderful opportunities for the chase pack.
Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. The 6th at TPC Summerlin is a snaking par 4, playing 430 yards. There's a big waste area up to the left-hand side that needs to be avoided. If you can position your drive on the right half of this fairway, it gives you the best shot up the hill to a green that is not protected by any bunkers. And inside the red zone, around 110 yards to go. Only 1 shot off the pace. Oh, that was pure.
And now to Bubba Watson.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
Big chance here. And this putt to move into a tie for first place.
This really looks good.
And that's their 4th birdie of the day. And that will take him to 2 under. And as the scorecard suggests, heading up the leaderboard. The 7th at TPC Summerlin is a short par 4 measuring just 382 yards off the tips. Really, you just want to avoid the trees on the left-hand side because that will prevent you getting at the green, which is well guarded by bunkers and trees. Lay up, short right, a nice little wedge in here, and try and make a birdie. Most golfers these days, Rich, are quite generic style players. It's that hit it as far as you can, knock it on the green, try and hold some putts. But with Bubba Watson, we just got the artist back in the game, didn't we? We had someone who was prepared to do whatever it needed to be to get that ball in the hole. He's just astonishing to watch.
You know, to me, Luke, I think Bubba was born in the wrong era. I think he would have been better served with persimmon woods, Balata golf balls, and blades. And I think that he would be an even bigger impact on the game than he currently is, if that's even possible. I watch what he does with the modern equipment, and it's mind-blowing. He's one of the few players, Luke, that I will actually go in the driving range and watch hit golf shots because it is so fun to watch him aim 30 yards left and just try and hit these big sweeping hooks and fades and I mean, it's just unbelievable what he can do with the golf ball. His eye-hand coordination is simply the best in the game.
Ooh, that almost went down. And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up. The 8th at TPC Summerlin is a big par 3, playing 239 from the tips. A well-struck shot will avoid the gully here, but anything to the left half can roll off the green. The bunker short rider also to be avoided, so you don't make a sloppy bogey. Great shot. A chance to get to 3 under with this putt.
What a putt. Started this perfectly.
Putting for a par now.
And that makes him tied for first. The 9th at TPC Summerlin is a par 5 measuring over 563 yards. Really, the main aim here is to just avoid that bunker off the left of the tee. Then, if safely in the fairway, you can get after this green. A strong shot will play to the left half of this green and feed down to any hole location. A birdie chance, no doubt. Opting for the 5 wood. This one might roll into the rough. Yeah, disappointing not to find the surface, Rich, but I like that play. Trying to get to 3 under par with this putt.
Rolling end to end is looking nice.
Mark it down, that's birdie number 5. And with that, he'll move to 3 under par. The 10th at TPC Summerlin is the beginning hole of a back 9 that has many challenges and also a lot of fun holes. Not overly long at 420 yards. You're just trying to avoid any trouble off the tee so you can get a clear shot at this green. A chance to begin the back 9 with a birdie. Well played, mate. Looks to me, Rich, that this player has a ton of confidence. Put themselves right back in position to win straight off their last start.
They're going to have to make some birdies coming down the closing stretch, but they have a lot of good vibes coming from that last win. I expect more of the same this week.
That's well played. Pin high.
Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole. Yeah, this is lovely.
This putt just 5 feet away from the hole.
Their short game has been very impressive. They've been really sharp today.
Oh, nice putt to make for a birdie.
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
Placement off the tee is required at the TPC Summerlin 11th hole, par 4, measuring 448 yards. The big bunker down the right side is to be avoided at all costs. And there's also a little tree there which might affect any line of sight approach to this green. Sitting at 4 under for the day, currently in the lead. Opting for the 9-iron.
And how about that for confidence? Going right at the pin here in the midst of their rivalry with Bubba Watson. Love seeing that sort of play.
Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? This one just outside 7 feet to the hole. Hang on, this looks pretty handy. Yes, they've made it. And with that, he'll move to 5 under par. And now that finds him in first place. The 12th here at Summerlin is another short par 4. 442 yards off the tips, but plays slightly downhill and leaves just a short iron approach. The only real danger here is the big body of water that starts around 150 yards short and goes right up past the green. Playing from around 110 yards out.
Currently leading by 2.
Oh, that one's straight at the pipe. Oh, they're dialed in. It's an absolute clinic.
Another green in regulation. This is an absolute clinic.
Oh, good look at a birdie here. Ooh. And that should secure the par on this one. Leading by a couple after that hole. The 13th at TPC Summerlin is a monster par 5 measuring over 600 yards from the back tees. The big hitters with a tail breeze can cover that bunker on the left-hand side. But if you want to lay up, make sure you've given yourself the right number, because there's a lot to this green and plenty of ways to 3-putt it. Be careful on approach. Already a winner this season. Number 2 would be very nice here today. Well, that's a pretty good play there, Rich. Right up near the surface.
It's an aggressive play, Luke. Like to see it on this par 5.
How close was that to going down? A 7-footer right here.
So far, so good.
And that's 8 birdies today. And that will take him to 6 under. And now to Bubba Watson.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
And now we can take a look at how that play affects the leaderboard. And after that performance, they'll stay right where they are in the standings. The 14th at TPC Summerlin is a straightaway par 3, playing 168 yards. The green slopes right to left, so make sure you've got the right length of club so you're not left with a long putt. Chosen the pitching wedge here.
Should find the green.
A wonderful shot into 14 and sets up another look at birdie.
And a fantastic look upcoming.
Well, that's the perfect shape. Just controlling a fade. This putt of about 7 feet to the hole.
This for a birdie run.
The putt drops, and that's back-to-back birdies.
And with that, he'll move to 7 under. Incredible. And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard. The 15th at TPC Summerlin is a great short par 4. In fact, a lot will try and drive it in the tournament. If you want to lay it back, you've got around about 115 yards uphill to a green where you can't see those back hole locations. However, a good aggressive play here. Must avoid the pot bunkers around the greens or the big waste area to the left. A chance to make a birdie here or even an eagle.
Always frustrated by missing a green.
Not taking enough club to get it there.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Setting up this putt 14 feet from the cup. He's got this for his par. This is tracking right into the front of this cup.
for the par.
And with just a slim lead coming down that stretch, anything can happen.
The 16th at TPC Summerlin is another one of those great scoring holes en route to the finish. A par 5 playing 560 yards. A well-struck drive up the right half here gives you a chance to get at this green in 2. If you are going for the green, make sure you got enough club, because that huge penalty area in front of it will ruin any score. Be careful going through the green here as well, because getting down from over the back is not that easy.
Playing from around 210 yards here. He's got a 2-stroke buffer.
Going with the hybrid. Oh, what a wonderful play. Leading with intent. Would it be nice to make this putt? This is for eagle. Ouch, that hurts.
Well, that's a bit disappointing. Putting for birdie here.
These are on rails, looking good.
Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Playing their 5th shot. Wow, what a save.
And now this is why you can never get comfortable, even if you're leading a PGA Tour pro. This is what they do. They mean business.
Our leader is currently enjoying a 4-stroke advantage.
2 holes to go, Luke. I know who I like.
Opting for the 6-iron. Hope it gets a good kick to the left. That was special.
Looking for back-to-back birdies here, Luke.
This putt is about 8 feet.
Looking for another birdie here.
Oh, terrific. What an effort.
I like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
Now at -9 for the day. The 18th at TPC Summerlin is a 444-yard par 4 with a big body of water just beyond the gully, which you've got to drive. Make sure you avoid those bunkers on the right side to give you a good iron into this green. Oh, he's been putting on a clinic all day. Another beauty by our leader.
Absolutely massive and right down the fairway.
Rich, take me through the final approach here at TPC Summerlin.
This green is very long and yet very narrow. It is tough to get the judgment with your second shot spot on pin high wise. However, there's still chances to make a birdie should you need one to win the tournament.
And he can win the event here if he can hold this putt.
Surely it's going.
Well, it's fair to say that this player ran the tables this week, Rich, and came up trumps in Las Vegas. Look at your Shriners Children's Open winner.
And nobody on the PGA Tour will be shining quite as brightly as this player the rest of the evening here in Las Vegas.
And Rich, they only had a narrow margin the entire back nine, but they were able to pull out the win. That's very gutsy, isn't it?
Luke, impressive win all around. I got to say, a gutsy performance at the end of the tournament. Final 9 holes. Job well done.
On behalf of Rich Beam, Henny Kuyak, John McCarthy, I'm Luke Elvey saying so long from 2K Sports.